Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Monday, August 5th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I sincerely hope you folks enjoyed your weekend, and I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Monday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. I will also have a recap of tonight's events from the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. It is we're about to enter the final, as the 2024 Summer Olympics are in its final week. And also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the remainder of this week, the upcoming weekend, and on to the start of next week. So, without further ado, let's get things started here on this Monday night as I open up my National Day calendar segment to talk to you guys about my featured National Day holiday. As I begin my National Day calendar segment here on this Monday night. Today, of course, was National Oyster Day. So those of you that were craving oysters here on this very hot day, good evening to you, Jessica. How are you doing? How was your day today? So hope you all have had the chance to get slurping on this day with National Oyster Day. Oysters are enjoyed as seafood in many parts of the world. Did you know there are over 100 different species of oysters? Interestingly, oysters tend to take on the characteristics of the water in which they live. Because of this, they're typically named after the body of water in which they grow. While many people enjoy fresh oysters raw, the shellfish can also be savored in multiple other ways. As a side dish, oysters add immense flavor to Thanksgiving dressing. They also make delicious stews, soups, and chowders. Other recipes will bake, grill, or broil the oysters with or without the shell. Excuse me. These mollusks provide valuable nutrients whether eaten cooked or raw. Since oysters supply a high amount of vitamins B12 and A, they may benefit heart, skin, and brain health. These vitamins also support lung and kidney function. Additionally, oysters benefit the environment since their valves are capable of cleansing the ecosystem of pollutants. Here are some other exciting oyster facts. The Chesapeake Bay produces more oysters in the world than any other body of water. The world loves oysters. We consume almost 2 billion pounds of oysters each year around the world. Illustrating how the body of water influences the flavor of the oysters, the East and West Coast U.S. oysters taste very different from each other. On the East Coast, oysters tend to be smaller, milder, and saltier. However, West Coast oysters take on a creamy texture and a sweet flavor. Only 1 out of every 10,000 oysters will produce a pearl. So did you all observe this day by making an order a dish that uses oysters as one of its main ingredients? Share a recipe on the National Day calendar site. You can also celebrate in other ways as well. Read up on oysters. Here's some suggestions. The Essential Oyster, a salty appreciation of text and texture by Rowan Jacobson, or Appreciating Oysters and Eater's Guide to Craft Oysters from Tide to Table by Dana Deskiewicz. Watch a documentary, The Oyster Divers by Aaron De Jesus. Explore the world cooking oysters. So if you're craving an oyster, of course, I recommend hitting up a local popular restaurant called the Oyster Bar and Grill. It's on Line Avenue and Piermont. So they have a variety of foods here there besides oysters mainly. So today not only was National Oyster Day, today also was National Work Like a Dog Day, and also today was National Underwear Day. So those are each of the following that we observed from the National Day calendar here on this Monday night. Now, of course, the 2024 Summer Olympics continue in Paris, France. And of course, so far, the United States is winning the most medals of all. So the United States and China are tied with 21 gold medals each. The U.S. is leading with 30 silver gold medals, 28 bronze gold. So the United States and China are tied with 21 gold medals each. The U.S. has 30 silver medals and 28 bronze medals. Altogether, the U.S. is the leader with 79 medals altogether. So the following event competitions from today, Monday, August 5th, included artistic swimming aquatics, diving aquatics, water polo aquatics. So the following event competitions took place today, Monday, August 5th, included the aquatics, artistic swimming, diving, and water polo, and also the jumping equestrian, and also field hockey, football, sailing, sport climbing, table tennis, beach volleyball, and wrestling. And the gold medal events from today included, there are 4 gold medal events today from athletics, 2 from badminton, 2 from 3-on-3 basketball, 1 from track cycling, 4 from artistic gymnastics, 2 from shooting, 2 from surfing, and 1 from triathlon. Those are the following events that took place in today's events from the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, France. So the Olympics continue tomorrow, and closing ceremony will be on Sunday, August 11th. So let's see who here represented Team USA earlier today. Okay, we have the silver medalist Sam Kendricks. We have silver medalist Sam Kendricks. The following competitors representing Team USA. In the men's pole vault athletics, Sam Kendricks. In the women's discus throw athletics, Valerie Allman. In the women's 3-on-3 basketball, Sierra Burdick. In the women's 3-on-3 basketball, excuse me. In the women's 3-on-3 basketball, Sierra Burdick, Dearica Hamby, Ryan Howard, Haley Van Lith. Also in the women's shortboard surfing, Caroline Marks. In the women's floor gymnastics, Simone Biles and Jordan Childs. In the mixed skeet team shooting, Austin Smith, Vincent Hancock. Also in the mixed relay triathlon, Seth Ryder, Taylor Spivey, Morgan Pearson, Taylor Knibb. Those are all who represented in the in day 10 of the 2024 Summer Olympics. And tomorrow's events will include, for those of you tuning into the Olympics tomorrow, there will be, tomorrow's events include from the athletics, men's 1500 meter, men's long jump, women's 200 meter, women's 300 Okay, in the athletics, in the men's 1500 meter, men's long jump, women's 200 meter, women's 3000 meter steeplechase, women's hammer and throw, women's 60 kilogram boxing, men's team sprint cycling, women's 10 meter platform, individual jumping equestrian, ILCA 6 and 7 from sailing, women's park skateboarding, men's Greco-Roman 60 kilograms, men's Greco-Roman 130 kilograms, and women's freestyle 68 kilograms from wrestling. So those are the events that are set to take place tomorrow in day 11 of the 2024 Summer Olympics for tomorrow, Tuesday, August 6th. That was a recap of today's Olympics and a preview of tomorrow's Olympics. And now, excuse me. And of course, today was the first. Today seemed to be the first day of school for a few school districts across the Architects region. And I believe it was some counties in East Texas that started school earlier today. Of course, once again, I believe about the start dates, and then I'll get started with weather. So students in DeSoto Parish also had their so the first day of school officially starts on Thursday, August 8th. So Bossier Parish students begin their first day. Bossier Parish students will begin their first day of class on. Bossier Parish students will begin this week. Bossier Parish students will begin their first day of school on Wednesday, August 7th. Caddo Parish students begin the next day, Thursday, August 8th. And now let's get it. Let's get into you with the weather and if you thought today was a scorcher, if you thought today was scorching hot, believe me, you know it was. It was a scorching hot day all across the 4-state region. As many of us either saw highs in the mid to upper 90s, getting close to 100, and of course, unfortunately, it is going to get better before it gets worse. And I know that the students that begin their first day of class will definitely need would definitely need more. I know for students that begin their first day of class will definitely need something to keep cool. And of course, the National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory that goes into effect tomorrow, Tuesday, August 6th, for tomorrow from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. tomorrow. So heat advisory is in effect for tomorrow, from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So heat index values up to A heat advisory has been posted for Tuesday across the southern half of northeast Texas as well as all of northern Louisiana. Look for heat indices to climb as high as 108 degrees Tuesday afternoon. That's tomorrow. If outdoor activities are planned, precautions are recommended. So, heat index values up to 108 degrees are expected. Hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illnesses. Here's what to do. The preparedness actions. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in air-conditioned rooms, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Now because of slightly lower humidity and dew points, we didn't have a heat advisory issued for today. So that was kind of welcome news. But the heat advisory it is back with us. So look for overnight low temperatures to range from the lower 70s northwest of the middle and upper 70s south and southeast. hot across the entire four-state region on your Tuesday with hot across the entire four-state region on your Tuesday with afternoon high temperatures ranging from the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. And of course, you know the averages. Normally we're at 96 degrees, and normally we're at 96 degrees for high temperature, and we are at 74 degrees for a low temperature. You'll notice the record high 107 set back in 2011. That was during that crazy, ridiculous. During that ridiculously crazy hot summer we've had back 13 years ago. 58 is the record low set back in 1880. We had of course, I guess that year we had an early taste of fall. I just wish you. Many people are gonna be wishing for that real soon. Now, once again, we are under all across the four-state region. Not everywhere is under heat advisory. So when we start to see humidity levels increase, that puts us in a heat advisory. So the northwest portion of Louisiana, and also some portions of East Texas, as well as portions of western Mississippi and far southeast Arkansas are under a heat advisory. So here we are. Here we are on the local radar. We are all quiet here on this Monday night. We are all quiet. But if you look on the regional radar, we were seeing a small pocket of shower activity portions of southeast central Louisiana, as well as off the Florida Gulf Coast. In the vast majority of this screen, you know where it was coming. You know, all of this is coming from Debbie. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about Hurricane Debbie. Should be downgraded to a tropical storm now. I'll have more about you all have heard that Hurricane Debbie has made landfall earlier today as a Category 1 hurricane. I'll have a little bit about Debbie in just a few minutes from now. So that's where the vast majority of the rain is coming, affecting the southeastern U.S. across portions of eastern Georgia and South Carolina, after making landfall in parts of Florida earlier today. You notice where this is coming from. All this is being associated with what has been Hurricane Debbie, and of course, the Debbie is going to impact and stall across the portions of the southeastern U.S. So our condolences, thoughts, and prayers go out to our prayers go out to colleagues, families, and friends. If you know anyone that live across Florida and also portions like Georgia, the Carolinas, and Virginia on this way up northeastward, we need to pray for our friends or pray for our loved ones across the East Coast that could be affecting with this major tropical system. So, the tropics, they are beginning to get more and more active. So we enjoyed ourselves. We started off with mostly clear skies, save for a few clouds towards the middle of the day. But other than that, we've had mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies at times. Sunshine and clouds mixed in together. That's what pushed the high temperature to the upper 90s, close to 100. I believe Shreveport. I believe that at some point Shreveport topped it at 100 degrees earlier today. If we did, that would be the 6th time we've reached the century mark. If we did hit 100 today, that would be the 6th time Shreveport has reached the century mark this summer. And it looks like that we could have several triple digits on the way over the next several days. So we are on pace of being what's considered the hottest week of the entire summer so far, as we begin this first full week of August. Temperature outside on this Monday night is 82 degrees with mostly clear skies. Wind to calm, humidity is 74%, dew point is 73 degrees. That's a heat index that feels like temperature of 87 degrees. So it is quite warm. It is quite warm, muggy, and humid out on this Monday night. That's just that lets us know it's just a typical summer night after what's been a very hot day. For us, one of the hottest days we've seen so far this year. Excuse me. And I did tell you guys already that we have a heat advisory that's in effect for basically most of northwest Louisiana, mainly across portions of north and northwest Louisiana, as well as a few deep East Texas counties. So remember to drink lots of fluids. Most importantly, drink plenty of water. Excuse me. Stay in air-conditioned rooms. Stay out of the sun. Check up on relatives and neighbors. That's why I say, limit your time out. If you have to be outside, please limit your time. If you have to be outside, please make sure you're taking frequent breaks and you're drinking plenty of water. If you must be outside, it is recommendable that you be outside either early in the morning before and during sunrise, or later in the evening during and after sunset. So you know these hazy, hot, humid days of summer. Know exactly what they're known for. And now here's the very latest update on Debby, as we are tracking the season's second hurricane. And we also have a tropical wave somewhere in the Gulf that is likely to receive the name Ernesto. That will be the next name on the list after Debby. So here's the very latest on category 1 hurricane, which is Debby. Excuse me. Now here's the very latest on category 1 Hurricane Debby. Hurricane Debby is a currently active tropical cyclone that is impacting Florida and threatening Georgia and South Carolina. The fourth named storm and second hurricane of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, Debby developed from a tropical wave that was first noted by the National Hurricane Center on July 26th, which was 10 days ago. After crossing the Greater Antilles, the system began to organize over Cuba and was designated a potential tropical cyclone on Friday, this past Friday, August 2nd. After exiting off the southern coast of Cuba, the disturbance organized into a tropical depression early on Saturday, August 3rd. That was on Saturday. Later that same day, it became a tropical storm, being named Debby. It would intensify into a Category 1. It would intensify into a Category 1 hurricane before making landfall near Steinachie, Florida, a similar area to where Hurricane Idalia made landfall in 2023, just a year earlier. So, as we know, yesterday, which was Sunday, Debby intensified into a hurricane. Steadily, interestingly, the next day, which would be today, Monday, August 5th, Debby peaked sustained winds of 80 miles per hour. At 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, that would be 6 a.m. our time. That was around 7 a.m. early this morning. That would be at 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time this morning. 6 a.m. this morning our time. Debby made landfall in the Big Bend region near Steinachie, Florida. Tracking inland just a few hours later, Debby weakened into a tropical storm. More than 1,000 flights had been canceled to Debby, including 8% of American Airlines flights. So just last Wednesday, preparation. So for we getting warning potentially excessive rainfall according to the National Weather Service in Miami. Coastal Georgia was placed in the state of impacts and preparations of it. This storm is likely to have preparations included Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. The precursor to Debby produced thunder. So this is the impacts in the Caribbean. The precursor to Debby produced thunderstorms over Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, and the Bahamas. The National Weather Service issued flood warnings for 33 municipalities in Puerto Rico, mostly in the eastern half of the island. Debby brought heavy rainfall to western Cuba. Slick roads occurred in Havana, with the heaviest rainfall in the city occurring in Cerro. Rainfall in Artemisa province peaked at 206 at just over 10 inches at the Marine Adequate and Bada. In the state of Florida, The outer bands of Debbie in the state of Florida. The outer bands of Debbie began impacting Central and South Florida on Saturday, bringing gusting winds and rainfall. A tornado warning was issued in Broward County also on Saturday, August 3rd. Sustained winds near tropical storm force in Everglades City, though no major damage was reported. More than 2 feet of storm surge inundated Fort Myers Beach, resulting in major flooding. Beach erosion caused road closures in Siesta Key. As Debbie made landfall, almost 25,000 outages were reported. In Cocoa, Debbie flipped 5 trailers. 2 people were killed and another were severely injured in a car accident in Dixie County due to the inclement weather caused by Debbie. In Tampa, a 64-year-old trucker died after his semi-truck fell off Interstate 275 into a canal. In Levy County, a 13-year-old boy was killed when a tree fell onto the mobile home where he lived in. A 48-year-old man drowned off of Gulfport after his boat partially sunk after he attempted to ride out the storm on it. The man's dog survived. Debbie washed ashore 25 packages of cocaine at a beach in the Florida Keys, worth over $1 million, which is believed to have originated from nearby counties in the Caribbean known for drug trafficking. Now here's the impacts across the state of Georgia. In Georgia, over 26,000 customers lost power. A 19-year-old died in Moultrie after a tree fell on his home. So those are some impacts that have been caused by Debbie. And of course, I'm going to give you guys an update exactly where Debbie is located. And give you guys a heads up on exactly where Debbie is located. So currently, Debbie, actually, as of right now, Debbie is considered a tropical. Debbie right now has been downgraded to a tropical storm after peaking as a Category 1 hurricane. Here's the latest of Debbie. So currently, Tropical Storm Debbie is located approximately 60 miles from Jacksonville, Florida. Actually, it just crossed into the state of Georgia, with 45 maximum sustained winds at 45 miles per hour, with peak wind with maximum wind gusts at 60 miles per hour. The system is moving northeast at 7 miles per hour, with barometric pressure at 29.44 inches of mercury. So within the next few days, Debbie is expected to track its way through the coast of Georgia and onto the Carolinas. So again, Debbie is located about 60 miles from Jacksonville, Florida at present time. And of course, I'll have more updates on Debbie in tomorrow night's video. So now let's come back home and talk about your weather here at home. And of course, once again, the National Weather Service in our neck of the woods has issued us a heat advisory. So that means we have the upper level ridge of high pressure that's sparking itself over the region that's giving us the hottest era of the summer. So we couldn't even see hotter temperatures, especially as we go towards the middle of this week. So, and of course, I will let you guys know if we're going to see any signs of cooler temperatures, and also if we were ever begin to see any rain anytime soon. So far, just within these first few days of August, so far during these first few days of August, we have not received any rain. I wonder, is that going to change anytime soon? I will keep you guys posted and let you all know exactly if anything ever changes. So again, a low temperature night is forecasted bottom at 75 degrees with mostly clear skies. Of course, that's close to where we should be this time of year for an overnight low temperature. because it's gonna be another. We have mostly clear skies tonight as we bottom at 75 degrees with the light south-southwest wind, and of course no rains expected. Tomorrow, of course, if you thought it was hot today, then wait until you see how hot it will be tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow for the third time this year, we could equal the year's hottest temperature we've seen so far this year in Shreveport. Just and could you guys believe during the deadly heat wave of August 2023, a year ago today, the high was actually 104 degrees. That's 3 degrees off the record high of 107 set back in 2011. We just don't want it. So we just do not want the more deadly. We just do not want the highly intense heat waves of August 20. We seriously do not want to live the potentially deadly heat waves of what we had back in August of 2011, also in August of 2023. We definitely don't want to go back to August of last year. So, also for the first time in a month, it is believed that Shreveport has had its first triple-digit reading. I'll have to confirm if we did or if we did not. But either way, one way or another, it certainly was a hot day for us. So tomorrow, it would be a hot day with plenty of sunshine as we top it. So we could top out in the triple digits again tomorrow, heading to your Tuesday. High temperature of 101, and of course, with high temperature 101, that's the hottest temperature we've seen so far here in Shreveport for this year. So tomorrow could be. It's gonna be another scorching day. We have plenty of sunshine and hot. Dangerous heat is likely, so the heat's gonna be potentially dangerous. So please take it. So if you have to be outside at any time during the day, either late in the morning, throughout most of the daytime, including the afternoon and well into early in the evening, please make sure you're taking frequent breaks and drinking plenty of water. And remember, use extreme caution. Remember the dangers of dehydration and heat stroke. So we encourage you folks to please stay hydrated when it comes to this. When it comes to this notorious heat wave. High temperature, and of course we have the heat advisory issued by the National Weather Service that goes into effect from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So try to avoid being outdoors as much as possible. High temperature tomorrow 101. The feels like temperature 109. So that lets us know it's gonna be dangerously hot. High temperature 101. The heat index 109. We'll have a west-northwest wind at 6 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. Even though we have a shift in the wind direction, it's still not going to change much of anything. So please take it easy. Please take it easy out there if you have to be outside. So of course we expect skies to be mostly clear during the overnight hours tonight. Say for a couple of clouds. Other than that, we should see skies, mostly clear skies in the mid to upper 70s, close to 80 during the overnight hours. We should begin tomorrow morning. Now tomorrow, heading into your Tuesday, we should begin the day with mostly clear skies with the temperature 75 degrees. 9 a.m. tomorrow with sunshine, we should be up to 87. 9 a.m. tomorrow with sunshine, we should be up to 87 degrees. Noon tomorrow with sunshine, we should be at 96 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, we should be at 101. With mostly sunny skies, 101. And 6 p.m. tomorrow evening, we should be at 98 degrees with mostly clear skies. And 9 p.m. tomorrow night, we have clear skies with a temperature of 89 degrees. So tomorrow, once again, it's gonna be a brutal and dangerously hot day. So don't forget sunglasses, sunscreen also. So we encourage the kids with kids starting back school this week. We know those kids are definitely gonna need something to stay cool. Hopefully all the school buses have replaced. Hopefully there's plenty of air conditioning on those school buses. I know most of the classrooms should be air conditioned, and the kids might end up having them indoor recess just to stay cool and stay out of the sun. So we have at least a few days of triple digits on the way. Some of the hottest temperatures we've seen so far this year. Now I'll explain in just a few seconds why tomorrow's high temperature may not be the hottest we'll see. Let's see what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. After a low temperature night, 75 degrees, that's close to where we should be this time of year. Tomorrow, it's gonna be a hot day for us with plenty of sunshine as we head into your Tuesday. High temperatures well in the triple digits. So just like we've gotten close to the century mark today, we should do it tomorrow. So tomorrow could be just a tad hotter than today. With plenty of sunshine, with dangerous heat likely, high of 101, low of 74, heat index 109. Winds will be from the west-northwest at 6 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. Now for your Wednesday, it's gonna be a sizzling hot day with plenty of sunshine. Dangerous heat is likely, just like tomorrow. Wednesday will also, in fact, Wednesday could even be hotter, with the high of 104, low of 76. Heat index 112. That's the excessive heat warning criteria. So, it feels like temperature 112. Just like tomorrow, your Wednesday is also going to be another potentially dangerous hot day for us. We have a west wind at 6 miles per hour and no rain is expected. So, we know that Wednesday is the first day of school for Bossier Parish students. And then Thursday, which is the first day of school for Caddo Parish students, and also the first day of 50 Cent's Humor and Harmony Festival. It would be so not only is Thursday the first day of school for Caddo Parish students, Thursday is also the first day of 50 Cent's Humor and Harmony Festival, which will take place downtown Shreveport. So it's gonna be a hot day for us with plenty of sunshine. Heat will be dangerous, so minimize outdoor activities. That means to limit your time outdoors as we head into your Thursday with the high of 104, low of 74, heat index 108. We have east-southeast winds at 7 miles per hour and no rain is expected. Of course, Friday, of course, it's going to be a hot day for us with mostly sunny skies. Remember, use extreme caution if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time. If you have to spend time outside, take frequent breaks, drink lots of water. Of course, we'll be so. Even though Friday may not be as hot, just like the next 3 days are going to be, still it's going to be another potential dangerous hot day, especially with the humidity. We're kind of settling at least into the upper 90s, but still hot. With the high of 99, low of 78, heat index 104, we have a southeast wind and 9 miles per hour, no rains expected. Saturday, it's another hot day for us with plenty of sunshine. High of 99, low of 76, heat index 103. We have an east-southeast wind at 7 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. Sunday, the heat continues. It's going to be another hot day for us with plenty of sunshine. High of 99, low of 74. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour, and no rain is expected. With the heat index 103. So, and of course, we get right back up to the century mark. With plenty of sun, will be a hot day for us with mostly sunny sky, mostly sunny and hot. As we get into the start of next week, high of 101, low of 74, heat index, or feels like temperature 105. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour. No rain is expected. So if you wanted any rain, unfortunately for the next week, it will not happen. Even dry conditions continue for your Tuesday, with mostly sunny skies, highs close to 100 with no rain expected. And then, of course, by the middle of next week, I want to say around next Wednesday, which is the 14th, we'll kind of ease off on the heat, and we'll get back down. We should drop back down closer to where we should be this time of year. With highs in mid-90s and no rain, it's going to be a humid day for us with plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the mid-90s and no rain is expected. Maybe just a small chance of rain. We have partly cloudy and seasonally hot by next Thursday, which is the 15th. Highs in mid-90s. Chance of rain not more than 10%. So, on average, Now, typically, the month of August is our driest month of the year, and at least for the next week and a half, there has to be no exceptions. So, here's how we're looking at things: hot and dry. So, if you're wanting rain, I don't know if you're wanting rain and cooler temperatures, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna be waiting. It is not. Unfortunately, with the next 7 to 10 days, it is not. We're not expecting any rain, and we're not expecting any signs of more moderate temperatures. Now, we may see moderate temperatures toward the middle of next week if we're lucky. But one thing, what I do not have that will not be coming our way anytime soon is the rain. And of course, Debbie, Debbie would trouble. What was Hurricane Debbie is considered is a long way from us. So Debbie is keeping all of her rains across the East Coast and portions of Florida, Georgia, and of course the Carolinas. So, portions of the the southeast mid-Atlantic states are going to be pounded for days of very heavy rainfall caused by Debbie. With the major tropical storm, Category 1 hurricane, it's possible that Debbie could once again restrict into a hurricane. So we know that Hurricane Debbie made landfall as a Category 1 storm early this morning. So around here, just totally hot and dry, with no relief in sight. Just totally hot and dry and of course the temperature trend over the next several days. We'll have highs in the 100s tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're kind of selling the upper 90s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Of course, we know that we have the first day of school for several school districts across the region. Bossier students start Wednesday night, so their summer vacation ends tomorrow night, and Calipari students begin on Thursday. First day of school for Bossier on Wednesday, Cattle on Thursday, and also Thursday, this coming weekend, Thursday through Sunday, is 50 Cent's Human and Harmony Festival. So if you purchase tickets, if you're planning on attending any of these events, please make sure you're taking plenty of water with you. If you're planning on heading out to the concerts, the comedy show, the car shows, the after parties, the 50 also it's an event for the kids. I believe it's called 50 Fit. It will be at the Festival Plaza. I believe it starts this coming Friday. So, and also it's going to be a celebrity basketball tournament. So, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot you don't want. It's going to be. I'll explain to you guys more about the 50 Cents event in my videos exclusively. I'll try to have it by Wednesday night. So, again, within the next week or so, within the next week, we'll have highs either in the low to mid, in any range, anywhere from the upper 90s to low to mid 100s. So, we're gonna be totally stuck with these scorching temperatures. So it's gonna be a scorcher outside. So please, I advise you folks to please take it easy, take frequent breaks, and drink lots of water. And now with the heat index, what it's actually going to feel like over the next several days: 109 tomorrow, 112 Wednesday, 108 Thursday, 104 Friday. Of course, now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will kind of like ease off on the heat, as it will not be as hot, but still hot, but not as hot. 104 Friday, 103 both Saturday and Sunday. Remember, this is the heat index, but it's going to feel like outside. And then we rise back up to your heat advisory criteria by the time we get into the start of next week with the feels like temperature 105 for next Monday. And of course, now rain chances, what you do not see over the next several days within the next week is rain. So no rain from tomorrow all the way through next Monday. We'll have at least one solid week of hot and dry weather. So try to stay inside. Try to remain indoors as much as possible. Take frequent breaks. Limit your time outside. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids. Most importantly, drink lots of water. And and if you must go outside, remember to wear loose-fitting, light color clothing. You know, just so that's what the next several days is looking like. No, so we're about to get into a solid week of continue with nothing but dry conditions on the way for the next several days. Rain's can be hard to find because typically rain chances are hard to find with the tropics heating up unless we get a disturbance coming from the tropics. So we have quite a bit again. We have quite a bit happen. So that's why I say take it easy. Take frequent breaks. Try to stay cool and hydrated, and drink lots of fluids. Most importantly, drink plenty of water. Because we have a heat advisory that goes into effect tomorrow morning from 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. So take it easy. Take frequent breaks and drink lots of water. Scorching, next several days, scorching heat and humidity. And then, so we either have highs in the upper 90s reaching 100 or surpassing 100 over the next several days if no relief in sight. Well, that will be all that I have for you guys tonight with weather. And once again, we have several events happening here locally. And I know I've said it a few times in tonight's video already. Bossier and Cattle Parish, as well as several school districts, begin their first day of class this week. And 50 Cent's Human and Harmony Festival will take place downtown Shreveport. And of course, you folks have seen the new G-Dome that's been inflated, and it's going to host the simulcast any of the events that will be taking place, like the comedy show and the 2 concerts, as well as the after parties and all this other stuff. I'll explain more to you guys about it tomorrow night, and also to you guys either tomorrow night or Wednesday night. So I have more on this throughout this week. So again, tomorrow night's video I have the very latest with the expected of our ongoing high and dry pattern, which is likely going to continue. Of course, the kids will be beginning their first day of class, braving the heat, you know, and no rain in the forecast for at least a week. I have the very latest update. I will have the very latest on it, and also I'm going to keep you guys updated in the tropics with the very latest on Debbie. And where she could be headed, as well as a preview recap of tomorrow night's Olympic events and several other things that you do not want to miss in tomorrow night's video. So that will be all that I have for you guys here on this Monday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.